Hi there. It's May 22nd and time for Proverbs 22. Now, this starts a whole journey here in this one that'll last 3 days. All right. We'll take care of the top part first. Good name is to be chosen rather than great wealth, and grace rather than silver or gold. That reputation is more important than money or wealth. Rich and poor have this in common. Adonai is the maker of them all. Because over here, the rich and poor meet together, live together, and have need of one another. Yeah. Mm. Live together and have need of one another. Oh, that's right. A crafty person sees danger and hides, but the naive keep going and suffer for it. Over here in 1599, it has a interesting, a prudent man seeth the plague, that is the punishment which is prepared for the wicked and fleeth not to God for succor. Okay. This is an important one. The reward of humility and fear of Adonai is riches, honor, and life. That the reward for being humble and fearing the Lord is riches, honor, and life. Okay? If you want to know why you're doing all this, read that verse right there. Verse 5, thorns and snares are in the path of the perverse, but one who guards his soul strays far from them. Right? Guard your soul. 6, train up a child in the way he should go. When he is old, he will not turn from it. Right? It's important to take your kids to church and talk about Jesus and the fear of the Lord when they are very young. Right? Because when they are old, they may stray from it, but they will always come back to it. Right? Right? My own kids are a testimony to this verse right here. Okay. 7, the rich rule over the poor. The borrower is slave to the lender. Okay. They think you're not a slave, right? You have credit card debt. You have a mortgage, right? You have an electric bill, water bill, gas bill. Okay. You're a slave to the lender. If you don't do what they say, if you don't pay your bills on time, they will take your stuff. They will shut off your power. They will take your home. Right? It's just all a slave. The rich rule over the poor. Credit card companies, mortgage company, banks, government. 8, one who sows injustice will reap trouble, and the rod of his fury will perish. Okay? These guys all get caught sooner or later. Okay? 9, one with a bountiful eye will be blessed, for he shares his bread with the poor. Right? You share your bread with the poor, you'll be blessed. 10, throw out a scoffer, and strife will go out. Quarreling and disgrace will cease. You get rid of those people, the scoffers. It seems to be plenty of them in government, huh? Right. 11, one who loves purity of heart and whose speech is gracious will have the king as his friend. Good advice. 12, the eyes of Adonai guard knowledge, but he undermines the works of the faithless. The eyes of the Lord guard knowledge. You get your knowledge from the Bible, okay? All good knowledge comes from the Bible. Slacker says there's a lion outside, I'll be killed in the streets. Right? Any excuse, right? Any excuse will do. The mouth of a seducing woman is a deep pit. Into it will fall one with whom Adonai is angry. I'll fall therein. God punisheth one sin by another when he suffereth the wicked to fall into the acquaintance of a harlot. 13, foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child, but a rod of discipline will drive it far from him. Right? Kids will naturally be bad unless they are taught to be good. Very important to do that when they're young. You can see a lot of people out there now who were not disciplined when they were young and are now the ones causing most of the problems. 16, the one who oppresses the poor to increase his own gain, and the one who gives to the rich both end in poverty. That are people who oppress the poor to increase their own gain and give to the rich. Says they both end in poverty. Amen. Okay, this is the start of a journey that will take 3 days. And they're highlighted just to separate them, okay? And I may not have separated them right, but okay. It starts at 17. Incline your ear and listen to the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge. For it is delightful if you keep them within you, ready on your lips. Right? That means you have to memorize these, know them, have them ready. They should be second nature to you, right? So that your trust may be in Adonai. I have made known to this day, even you, have I not written you 30 sayings of admonition and knowledge, to show you true and reliable words, that you may give a true answer to those who sent you. Okay? 30 sayings. Right? Keep them within you, ready on your lips. Okay? That means you need to know these. And some of these, if you're a good person, a righteous person, are just second nature to you. Okay? But he wrote them all down. It'll take 3 days to get through this. Okay? Because it covers 3 chapters. Okay? And the first one, do not rob a poor person because he is poor, nor crush the needy at the gate. For Adonai will plead their case and rob life from those who plunder them. Right? Do not rob a poor person because he is poor. It happens a lot. Okay, the second one. Do not be friends with one given to anger, or associate with a hot-tempered person, lest you learn his ways and entangle your soul in a snare. Right? Some people, they're usually the ones carrying the signs and standing up on top of a box with a megaphone. They're just angry, okay? Don't associate with those kind of people, okay? Lest you learn their ways and entangle your soul in a snare. You don't want to go down that road, right? Not to do with him that is not able to rule his affections, for he would hurt thee by his evil conversation. Here you go. Okay, third one. Do not be one who shakes hands or puts up security for debts. If you do not have enough to pay, why should your bed be taken from under you? Right? Don't co-sign for other people's loans. Don't do it. Right? That makes you a slave to a lender you don't even know. Okay? He talks about this a lot in Proverbs. 28, do not move an ancient boundary stone which your fathers set up. They've kind of gotten us away from everybody having land that passes down through generations, except some of the farmers in the Midwest and country. I mean, maybe we should get back to that, right? And the last one for today. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure people. Right? Says, thou seest the diligent man in his business over here. If you're really, really good at what you do, people will notice. Mm-hmm. There you go. That's Proverbs 22 in the beginning of our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 30 sayings. All right. I'll go over the highlights up here. 4 is important. The reward of humility and fear of Adonai is riches, honor, and life. Right. Riches, honor, and life. The reward for humility, for being humble and fearing the Lord. Okay. That's 2 of the most important things you could do on this earth, is be humble and fear the Lord. 6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not turn from it. Kids always come back to their training, okay? At some point in life, they will realize, usually when they're older, in their late 20s or early 30s, they will realize that you were right about everything. And they will come back to that, right? Both of my children, I have 3 children. The 2 oldest ones in their 40s now did just that, okay? And I know plenty of other people who's just like this. They always come back, right? It doesn't say they'll go there but all their lives. They'll follow that path. It says, no, it says when they're old, they won't turn from it. Okay? 7, facts. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Okay? There are a few of us who live off the grid, not me, of course, but that are free. They owe no bills. They still have to work, to feed themselves and have their home, but most of us have mortgages and credit card debt and pay utility bills and anything that if you stopped paying, they would take it away from you. Okay, that makes you a slave. Okay? A slave, right? This one, foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child, but a rod of discipline will drive it far from him, right? Says that over and over again, too. Talks a lot about disciplining our kids, which includes spanking them, okay? Kids never want to get spanked, and they will do a lot of things to avoid getting spanked, like behaving, right? And they'll think in their head, if I do this, I'm going to get in trouble, so I'm not going to do it, okay? That's how you drive the foolishness far from them. Okay? And then the 5. Is you're supposed to memorize these, right? Incline your ears and listen to the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge. For it is delightful if we keep them within you, ready on your lips, right? Right. It means memorize them, right? So that your trust may be in Adonai, the Lord. I made them known to you this day, even you. Have I not written you 30 sayings of admonition and knowledge to show you true and reliable words, that you may give a true answer to those who sent you? Yeah. And this can cover just about, most of Proverbs in a nutshell. If you want Proverbs in a nutshell, read chapter 22 through 25, okay? And then chapter 30, which winds everything up beautifully. Okay. Number 1, don't rob a poor person because he's poor, curse the needy at the gate. Adonai will plead their case and rob life from those who plunder them, right? Number 2, don't be friends with one given to anger or associate with hot-tempered person, lest you learn his ways and entangle your soul in a snare. Right? And he said earlier in Proverbs that don't hang around with angry people, right? Because you may save them once, but you'll just have to save them again because they're always, always angry. Okay? And the 3rd one, don't be one who shakes hands, puts up security for debts. If you do not have enough to pay, why should your bed be taken from under you? And number 4, don't move an ancient boundary stone, which your father set up. They call it encroachment now, and people still do it. Right? And the 5, do you see a man skilled in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure people. Right? Be the very best at what you do. Okay? There you go. That's 22. You can tell. You can move ahead. Tomorrow will be, come on. See, lots of them tomorrow. The whole thing. So, we'll continue that path. Okay? Catch you later. We're in John chapter 7, I think, and are through the New Testament in a year. And we'll continue on that. And we'll continue on Proverbs. Give us a like if you think about it. And tomorrow we'll continue, or we'll see you this afternoon for the New Testament.